सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ Brahmanda, the cosmic universe, we observe in front of us in day-to-day life, has got two types of entities. Every one of us observe the world that is called Brahmanda. When we are experiencing the world, what we observe? There are animate and inanimate entities. That means some of them are chetanam, some of them are achetanam. Acetanam means inert, jadam, like house, mountains, car, etc. Inert objects. They are all come under achetana vastus. Jada padartha. And second entity is living beings. Those beings which are having a life known as chetana padartha. Chetana means sentient. What we observe in this universe is these two things which are acetanam and which are chetanam. That means which are insentient and which are sentient. Next, in these chetanam also, sentient also, again mobile and immobile. That means mobile means that which are moving. Moving are chara. Achara means non-moving, like plants. Plants come under living entity only, but they come under immobile living entity. Acharam. Chara, chara. Chetana, achetana, first bifurcation. Second classification is chara and achara. We, the human beings, come under chara, moving, and chetana entities. Not only human beings, animals, birds, insects, and many other living beings are also moving only chara. Therefore, we call it as chara-chara prapancha. A prapancha which we observe in front of us is chara-chara prapancha. Moving and non-moving, sentient and insentient. We, the human beings, come under sentient, moving, living beings. And next classification, animals, birds, insects, they are also moving, they are also sentient, but I, the human being, am the crown of the creation. We have to know how am I going to be the crown of the creation. Within 2 minutes you can understand you are the crown of the creation. How? Animals also eat food. Animals, birds, insects, everything take food. Ahara. They also sleep, we also sleep, nidra. They also take food, we also take food, ahara. They also sleep, we also sleep, nidra. And bhaya, animals, birds, insects have fear. We are also having fear. Ahara, nidra, bhaya. Maithuna, procreation. Generating their own species. They are also doing, human beings are also doing. One shloka tells beautifully, ahara nidra bhayamaithunancha samanyametat pashubhirnaranam. These are all common to animals and human beings. Pashubhihi naranam. Samanyam etat. Buddhirhi tesham adhiko visheshaha. Buddhi, the intellect, sixth sense, is the extraordinary privilege given to human beings. That is, thinking capacity, intellect capacity is the uniqueness of a human being. All animals, even though they are common in ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithuna with human beings, but their life is programmed and their life is as usual, they do like mechanically, instinctively. There is a difference with human beings. I, the human being, am different from them. Buddhirhi tesham adhiko visheshaha. If I don't use my buddhi in full extent, buddhir vihina pashubhis samanaha. Human beings are also equal to animals and birds if they don't use their buddhi. That shloka tells. Ahara nidra bhayamaithunancha samanyametat pashubhirnaranam buddhirhi tesham adhiko visheshaha buddhir vihinaha pashubhis samana. Therefore, Bhagavan has given me the privilege called buddhi, the sixth sense. Therefore, I am the crown of this creation. Some more details we have to know to claim that I am the crown of this creation. How? I, the human being, always seeks security, happiness. We all of us want happiness. For the sake of happiness, a person want to study, get job, earning more and more wealth. That is called purushartha. Purushena arthyate iti purushartha. Sarvaihi manushyahi arthyate pradhyate iti purushartha. Everyone wants that. Artha means here there are different meanings. Artha means a meaning of the word is called artha. Second meaning is artha means wealth. Third meaning is artha means purushartha means prayatna. Fourth meaning is purushartha means free will. Fifth meaning purushartha means choice. Sixth meaning purushartha means destination, goal, aim of life, end, that which is my desire to achieve that. That is called sadhyam. To achieve certain goals, I want to fulfill my desires. I want to study, I want to get job, I want to earn, I want to get house, I want to get car. So many things I am desirous of. That is why purushartha means destination in this context. Arthyate iti arthaha, sought after by the human beings. What is sought after by human beings? Purusha means there not only male. Purusha means manushyaha. Manushyaihi sarvaihi arthyate prarthyate iti purusharthaha. Security. I want security. I want shelter. I want food. I want clothes. Give security for me so that I am peaceful and happy. It's very common. I have a choice to do, not to do, and to do in other way. Kartum, akartum, anyatha va kartum. This choice is, free will is given to human beings. Therefore, first Purushartha is called Arthaha, security. Arthaha means security, the destination which I want. The first one is wealth in the form of house, in the form of car, in the form of gold, in the form of degrees, in the form of studies, qualifications. They all give security to me. That is why Arthaha can be called as it is my destination to get security in my life by food, acquiring house, acquiring clothes, etc. But animals don't have this choice. Am I crown of this creation or not? Yes. Next. Not only security, they also seek security. Animals also seek security. When sun comes, hot sun, they go under the shadow of the tree. They also seek security. But one more we have, that is called kama, desire, fulfilling, entertainment. After getting security, after earning some money, and I got good house, car, everything I have acquired, I go for entertainment, kama, enjoyment, pleasure. This is my privilege. Of course, animals also play with their kids. They also have their own nest, house. All birds, animals, they have their own pleasure. Even though they cannot talk, they also seek security, they also seek pleasure. We are also very much close to that, animals and birds. Then how can I prove I am the crown of this creation? Next. There we differ from animals completely. That is called Dharma Purushartha. Artha, Kama, we have extra than other beings, living beings. I, the human being, because of my choice, free will, I have got extra security, extra freedom, extra enjoyment, extra entertainment. I can go to movie, I can go to 5-star hotel, I can eat whatever I like, but animals don't have that choice. So Artha Kama, I have that privilege. Apart from that, Dharma Purushartha, if I help someone when they are in suffering, I help them. After helping, I enjoy that. That service, what I have done to others, I enjoy. I give love to others. I share with others. I help to others. I have got some pleasure in that. That means I acquire some ananda. Shastra calls it as Dharma Purushartha. Dharma Purushartha, third one. Artha is the first Purushartha, security, and Kama is entertainment or pleasure is second Purushartha. Then third Purushartha is known as in Sanskrit Dharma, that is Punya. In other words, it is known as Punya. I acquire some invisible Punya through those activities, by serving others, by loving others, by sharing with others, there is some extra joy in that that requires a sensitivity. Sensitive mind is required for that. In Artha Kama, you need not be much sensitive. But when you want to follow Dharma, that is called value. Dharma has got a lot of meanings according to the context. Here we take Dharma means value. Pujya Dayananda Swamiji says a value is a value when the value of the value is valued by you. Every one of us love value. It is natural, instinctive. A value is called dharma. Duty is also called dharma. Punya is also called dharma. A ritual is also called dharma. But here in this context, what we are taking it as punya. We differ from animals, from birds, with regard to this dharma purushartha. Therefore, I am crown of this creation. I get joy in that, happiness in that. By following values, I enjoy that. Forgiveness, compassion, kindness, so many values. Not over. Next, I want to be free from sorrow. I don't want suffering. This is very, very instinctive. I want freedom, but animals, birds don't have that much freedom. I can have that freedom from sorrow, that choice is there. Given body, given place, I have no choice. I am born to so and so parents, so and so place, no choice. But regarding to my future, I have a choice. I have a free will to act according to my wishes. Therefore, I am the crown of this creation. That is moksha purushartha. Freedom from sorrow is my birthright. I want to be free from sorrow. I don't want to suffer. I want joy, peace, comfort, pleasant life. Natural. Nothing wrong in that desire. I only can desire. Human being only can desire. Who can desire that? Freedom from sorrow is called in Sanskrit moksha. Much dhatu. To be free. To be free from what? To be free from sorrow. That is called moksha. So everyone is desirous of moksha only, unknowingly. So now we have arrived at the fourth purushartha also. Artha, kama, dharma and moksha. Earn money, wealth, live legitimately, moderately, with morality, that is dharma. That's why they kept dharma in the front. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. These are the four goals. There is no fifth goal at all. Everyone in the world, every human being has got any destination, the goal of life come within this, these four only. Any fifth one also, you can put any one of these four. There is no fifth goal at all. Everyone, security I want for happiness. Enjoyment, pleasure, kama is for happiness. Dharma, punya, I want to follow values for happiness. Moksha, of course, for ananda, happiness. Finally, what for? No, happiness, ananda. These are the four purusharthas given in our Shastra. Now, come to the next point. In this Brahmanda, I, the human being, am the crown of this creation. given body, the given place, given parents, helplessly I have come without my plan into this universe. Bhagavad Gita, all of us should consider Srimad Bhagavad Gita as a manual. All of us must consider Bhagavad Gita as a manual. Manual means what? Manual means a small booklet with useful instructions. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita can be considered as a manual with useful instructions. It is a small booklet compared to Bharata, 1 lakh verses. Bhagavad Gita is a small booklet. Compared to Ramayana, 24,000 verses, Bhagavad Gita is a small booklet. Compared to Vedas, thousands, 10,000s of mantras, vast literature, Upanishads, hundreds of mantras. Compared to them, Bhagavad Gita is 700 verses of small booklet with useful instructions. Why we have to call it as a manual? What do you mean by manual? Useful instructions booklet. How to understand this? For example, if you buy any gadget, electrical gadget from the shop, grinder, washing machine, or anything you buy, mobile, any gadget, that manufacturer has to give a manual. That manual he has to give, it is a mandatory. He cannot sell a product without giving a manual. You have to use that manual and see, and stabilizer if you need, you have to buy also. And what are all parts are there, how to make use of it, all instructions are given in that. And small eye drops, in that 14 languages manual they keep inside. Small bottle of eye drops, 14 languages, of course you cannot read them, they are very, very, very small. Nobody reads that. What they write in that? How to open the lid of that eye drops bottle. How to take the medicine from that, how to keep in your eyes, how to close it and where to keep. Like this, all instructions are there in that manual. So manufacturer, the producer of that product, anyone, any product comes into the market, when you are going to buy it, they have to provide that manual. Clear? So this is the manual Bhagavad Gita. How Bhagavad Gita can be manual? Who is the producer? How we bought? You bought a washing machine or grinder or TV or mobile or anything by giving money. Lot of money, thousands of rupees you have given in the shop. And the shopkeeper carefully pack it and give it to you. Now let us come, when Bhagavad Gita comes under manual, what is the product? Who gave that? Bhagavan is the manufacturer, producer of this body. Bhagavan is the Paramatma, Ishvara is the producer, manufacturer of this body, of every one of us. So manufacturer ready, produced the body, body is the gadget. Just like any machine, body is also like a gadget. And Bhagavan has to provide, and you have to buy this body. What is that? Bhagavan provided the manual while producing this gadget body. The manual is Bhagavad Gita. Because any producer has to produce mandatory to give the manual, Bhagavan has to give. Bhagavan is good manufacturer. He has given the manual called life manual it is. Not grinder manual or mobile manual or eye drop manual. This big body with sophisticated, complicated components, constituents are there: physical body, mind, sense organs, intellect. This entire body is a gadget produced by Bhagavan with a manual called Bhagavad Gita. Since it is given by Bhagavan, it is called as Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, a manual given to the human beings. Human body is a gadget because you are using it. You are using grinder, mixie, you are using TV, mobile. Are you not using the body? Yes, you are using. We are all using the body. Seeing, hearing, eating, walking, talking, whatnot. Then how you got this body? That gadget you paid money in the shop. But this body, what you have paid? You have paid punya currency. In previous janma, because of your meritorious actions, you have given to Bhagavan, you have got this body. There is a beautiful shloka for this. Whatever I speak in the class, everywhere there is a shloka behind that. I will read that shloka. Mahata punya panyena kriteyam kaya naustvaya param dukkhodadher gantum tarayavanna bhidyate. You have bought this body from the Lord, manufacturer of this body. You have given your punya and you got this body, along with Bhagavad Gita manual. Since this body has got a lifespan, hundreds of years, more than 100, let us take 116. Why shortage in the age? Take long life. Therefore, it is called a life manual. So, lifelong you have to make use of this body gadget. Is it not our prime duty to read, study Bhagavad Gita manual? What are all given in that Bhagavad Gita manual? What are all you are having in the gadget? All discussed in the Bhagavad Gita. About your physical body discussed, about your mind discussed in the Bhagavad Gita, about your sense organs discussed in Bhagavad Gita, about your intellect discussed in Bhagavad Gita, about your Artha Purushartha discussed in Bhagavad Gita, Kama Purushartha, Dharma Purushartha, Moksha Purushartha, all are discussed in Bhagavad Gita. Is it not my prime duty to look into that manual when I am making use of this body? I am studying from LKG to PhD, so many years making use of this body only. I am earning money making use of this body only. I am having family, children, enjoying my life with this body only. Not only body, sense organs, mind, intellect, I am making use of it. Then how to take care of this body, gadget? Why we are ignoring? Along with that study of college, what you are doing, the education, for all these purposes, Artha Purushartha, Kama Purushartha, Dharma Purushartha, Moksha Purushartha, you are making use of this gadget. Unfortunately, ignoring this gadget. Unintelligent people ignore. Intelligent people like you come to the long-term online Bhagavad Gita course. You are all fortunate. You want to know about this manual, life manual Bhagavad Gita. That is why my best wishes and prayers for all of you for joining this course, to make use of this manual intelligently. Another point, another disappointing point, what is that? When you have to look into the manual, before putting eye drops in the eyes, you have to look into the manual. After putting the eye drops, tell me. Before putting the eye drops, am I right or not? Yes, Swamini, you are right. Before using the machine, washing machine, you have to look into the washing machine, how much powder you have to put, how much surf liquid you have to put, you have to see that. The quantity, how much you have to put in the mixie, how much the mobile, how to use. After using, after spoiling, you have to look into the manual, or before you have to look into the manual. Tell me. Intelligent person, look at the manual in the beginning itself. He carefully or she carefully used that gadget long time, peacefully, comfortably. Car is a gadget. You all know this. But unfortunately, we are all deprived of, our society is deprived of, our children are deprived of this education, life manual Bhagavad Gita education from childhood. Just as you have LKG, UKG, first standard, second standard, and that as the child grows, subject is increasing. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita also, first class, a child, Bhagavad Gita, what is the syllabus? Third standard, fourth standard, fifth standard, like that, Bhagavad Gita lessons have to be developed. That design we the teachers are having. That is why I am very, very happy by seeing all of you joining in this course. People think Bhagavad Gita means a bhakti grantha that has to be studied after retirement. What an unintelligent thought it is. After using the gadget, after getting spoiled, you want to make use of that manual. To know about this body, what is this body, how it has come, made out of what, emotions, all this without knowing anything, likes and dislikes, a lot of emotions are flowing and troubling many times. I don't know how to handle stress management courses. Why stress is coming? Why illness is coming? Why mental trauma is coming? Why depression is coming? All these are because of not knowing how to operate this manual. We are deprived of by keeping. People do not know about Bhagavad Gita, many people. Those who knows also Bhagavad Gita, they celebrate Gita Jayanti and they keep Bhagavad Gita in puja room without knowing its practical benefit. We are keeping it as a pavitra grantha, somewhere doing puja, putting flowers. Unfortunate thing. For my day-to-day life, for every moment of my life, for my physical body, how to keep my good health? Bhagavad Gita. How to keep my mind strong and steady? Bhagavad Gita. How to keep my emotions balanced, Bhagavad Gita. How to keep my intellect sharp, Bhagavad Gita. How to get Ardha Purushartha, Kama Purushartha, Moksha Purushartha, Dharma Purushartha, Bhagavad Gita. How can I miss this Bhagavad Gita? Because we are enamored by the materialistic science, engineer, doctor. I want to become. Nothing wrong in becoming. You have to study. Materialistic science called prayers. Dharma, Artha, Kama come under prayers. Materialist prosperity. We are all working for materialistic prosperity without balancing the life. Spiritual science, if you miss, it is imbalanced. By the time you recognize, it is too late. That is why children has to be introduced to Bhagavad Gita at young age, what they require, at what age, what we have to teach. The teacher must be competent enough to teach right manner as a practical lesson from Bhagavad Gita. You are blessed. Of course, it is a Pravitra Grantha. Of course, it is given by Bhagavan. It is a manual, life manual. But what I did it, I do not know how many slokas are there, what are the slokas are there, I do not know. What is the meaning of slokas also, I do not know. What to talk of implementing into my life. How I am missing it. A crown of the creation I am. Mahata punya pannena kriteyam kaya naustvaya. I am going to give the meaning of this shloka. What a powerful shloka. Please note all Sanskrit words because our scriptures are all in Sanskrit. You have to understand little Sanskrit. You will learn. Your dedication, your commitment is important. Some students are asking, Swamini, how much we have to pay? What is the fees? These are all words they are asking. How much you can pay for this? You cannot repay for this. Understand? It is not payable. It is not repayable. It is a treasure of knowledge. Your commitment, your dedication, your Shraddha, your bhakti towards that manual, life manual, is the Guru Dakshina. Your love for Bhagavad Gita, your love for Bhagavan Krishna, your love for Gita teacher, your love for Shastra is the Guru Dakshina, real Guru Dakshina. Of course, we should not take anything freely from anyone. According to our culture, we have to offer some Guru Dakshina. Whatever you like, whenever you like, if you are able to give, you can give. If you are not able to give also, you can give, donate somewhere. Doesn't matter. But what is important? How can I sell this Vidya? What is the price? No price. This is my life mission. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan is very happy when we share his teachings to the deserved adhikaris, bhaktas, devotees. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Therefore, course is free. But we have to offer, when we take something from others, we have to give. Be as a contributor, not be a consumer. Shastra says. So, if I respect my Shastra, I follow the instructions of Shastra. Now let us come to the next point, that sloka. Mahata punya panyena, by giving lot of punya, krite ayam kaya naustvaya. Oh, some Mahatmas are addressing. Oh, my dear human being, you have given lot of punya to Paramatma. Mahata punya panyen. Kriteyam. You have bought this body, kayam, means physical body. It is like a boat. Compared to a boat. Nauhu tvaya. You have bought this body, boat-like body, by giving punya to that manufacturer, Bhagavan. And you bought with manual also. Unfortunately, your parents and grandparents kept that manual in puja room without, they thought innocently it is only after retirement. That also they are not having opportunity to study properly. Therefore, you are deprived of that, my dear. Kaya naustvaya. What to do with the boat, body boat? Param dukkhodhader gantum. You use the boat for what? In the waters. Boat must be water worthy. Car must be road worthy. Flight must be air worthy. Body must be living worthy. Life worthy. Happily, peacefully, joyfully, purposefully am I living? This is the question mark. Param dukkhodhader, udhadhi, ocean of this samsara, which is full of sorrow. Dukkha udhadi, param, on that other banks you have to taran, cross over. Param dukkhodhader gantum, make use of this body boat to cross this ocean of samsara, dukkha, vyadhi, jara, marana, old age, disease, birth and death, you cross over. Param dukkhodhader gantum tara, crossover. Yavanna vidyate, before it is going to get lost, before it is going to get break on the boat. Otherwise you will drown in the ocean of samsara. Before the death of this body, you recognize, discover, make use of this body, living intelligently. Make use of this manual. How can you make use of this manual? By yourself you cannot do, without teacher. You require a competent teacher who has mastered this Bhagavad Gita, living in that. That teacher only can guide, teach. Param dukkhodhader gantum yavanna bhidyate. Then tell me when to study Bhagavad Gita. At the age of 70? At the age of 80? At the age of 50? Or 60? At the age of 15 you have to start. 1-5. Even early also. I have started with my very early age studying Bhagavad Gita. Therefore I am able to talk in front of you today. I am able to give that essence of Bhagavad Gita. If I study at the age of 60, what can I teach? What can I practice? Now tell me, what age we have to study? That is why, along with our studies, Artha, Kama, Dharma, for Moksha Purushartha is called Shreyas. Shreyas, that is spiritual science. I have to balance materialistic science and spiritual science. I have to give time for this. It is like a two-winged bird. If I take only materialistic prosperity, earn money, I am busy. With that wealth, you cannot enjoy. Body is not able to enjoy that pleasure also, because full of diseases. You cannot eat this, you cannot eat that. You cannot enjoy. What for? That's why in the name of earnings, spoiling health, sleep, digestion, what type of intelligence it is? Is this not our prime responsibility of parents and grandparents to educate the children at young age? What am I going to get by studying Bhagavad Gita? Am I going to earn money? No. I am telling you, you don't get money by studying Bhagavad Gita. It must be very clear. What you are going to get, what you don't get also must be clear. Dharma, Artha, Kama will be meaningful when you have this manual usage, body, mind complex. If you know how to make use of this body, mind, intellect and sense organs, you are the successful person in the world, in any field of this world, anywhere. You are happy, you are content, you are peaceful. What you want more than that? Bhagavad Gita never expects anything from you. Bhagavad Gita wants you to get the benefit of Artha, Kama, Dharma. And finally, it is freedom from sorrow. Okay, you are studying, earning money, and are you happy? Are you satisfied? You see the world? Materialistic science, they have gone to that corporate ladder, top. Are they happy? Because imbalance. A bird cannot fly without one wing. It has to fly with two wings. Spiritual science, Shreyas, Moksha Purushartha. Moksha Purushartha is nothing but recognizing that I am sorrow free. Discover that. Only by study of Bhagavad Gita it will come. So to study Bhagavad Gita, to understand Bhagavad Gita, you require a lot of foundation. Anything to understand Ramayana, Mahabharata, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, any text you want to study, you require to understand their jargons, their terminology. Suppose you want to study computer, you have to know certain terms and terminology of computer, basic, fundamental knowledge. Java you want to study in computer, you require some basic fundamental course they keep. Similarly, botany. Similarly, zoology. It has got its own terms. Medicine has got its own terms. Economics has got its own terminology. Any science for that matter, it has got its own fundamental, primary jargons. Without understanding those jargons, terminology, what are the topics, concepts in that science, you cannot be successful in that science. When it is so with those subjects, sciences, materialistic sciences, what about the spiritual science? Bhagavad Gita comes under spiritual science. This also has got terminology, jargons, concepts, methodology, techniques. Therefore, for few classes, more than 10 classes, I am going to give the foundation, topics, terminology, what are all going to come in this Shastra. If you understand, if you have that foundation only, you can get the full benefit of Bhagavad Gita study. Without that, you can never get full benefit of Bhagavad Gita study, but it is a long term course worth to do that. You have to give time, you have to spend time. For materialistic science, how much our children are struggling, how much they are spending their energy, physical energy, mental energy, intellectual energy. But how much I have to get peace, happiness, security? How? I have to give little bit time for this also. With passion. I must have a passion. Just they say music is my passion, dance is my passion. Sadhana. Any science you want to master, you must do sadhana, abhyasa. Why not this? It is worth doing. It's a life manual. Ignoring the same body gadget, you're making use of for materialistic science. Ignoring the mind, without mind management, you are making use of this mind for Ardha, Kama, Purushartha. Without knowing all nuances of this body-mind complex, you are making use of this gadget in the world unintelligently. That is the cause for stress, tension, anxiety, disease. These are all the reasons. In right time, right place, right way you have to do. That is very important. Also, I am also studying SWAMINI. I want to commit myself at the age of 65. Okay, something is better than nothing. But before, not after, before. That's why encourage your children. Encourage teenagers. Encourage. My classes are going to be like that only. Don't think it is going to high philosophy and this is only practical lesson. Many students always says, Swamini, your classes are very, very useful for my practical life. This is a practical lesson. Bhagavad Gita, high philosophy means what do you mean? My practical life, if it is not useful for my practical life, who wants that philosophy? Everyone wants anything for their practical life. Whatever it may be. To know the terminology, to know that concepts, that to know that nuances of that text, I need some basic foundation. I am going to take few classes. After finishing those topics, which are all coming in our primary texts, even though I am not going to that text directly, I am going to take all those concepts, all those terminologies, all those things which are you need for that understanding of, right understanding of Bhagavad Gita, you require. Don't think Swamini has not yet started Bhagavad Gita. When Swamini starts, I will attend. And never think like that. Bhagavad Gita teaching started. Okay. I am studying, going to read Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetra after 15 classes maybe. After 2 months I may start. But without these classes, there is no relevance of Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetra. Understand? Therefore, I am very, very happy to take this Bhagavad Gita again. This is my 10th round. I think so. 10th round, I think so now, no? 10th round of Bhagavad Gita teaching. And my best wishes and prayers to all of you for joining this online long-term Gita course. And you get a lot of inputs, how to study, how to make use of this whole text with full benefit. What are all instructions are there? We have to understand. You require a lot of patience. It is not a revolution. It is an evolution. Slow and steady win the race. All we know, but running like a rat race. Just like to enter into medicine, they have to write NEET exam. To go to abroad, they have to write certain exams. For everything there are exams nowadays. They have to pass, then only they go to that higher education. Whatever. What about Bhagavad Gita? Straight away we start Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra? No. We are also having foundation course, foundation classes. Very, very important. The more you are thorough in these foundation classes, you are the best student of Bhagavad Gita. You have to write notes. After listening my class, you can write your notes, whole thing, whatever you have received today, put in the notebook. Do some homework also. All Sanskrit words, arrange a booklet. You learn Sanskrit also in the course of these lessons when I am teaching, little. Even though you do not know Sanskrit, doesn't matter. But you can understand Sanskrit, simple words. And these classes we upload in YouTube within 1 or 2 days. You can listen again, and you can join in the voice of Satyavrata, the voice of Vedas. You subscribe that, you will get, there is no payment again. Subscribe means subscribe to that channel. You will get the link. You listen to the class. If you have time, not compulsory. If you have time, you can write the notes, maintain the notebook. If you have any doubts and questions, you can just mark it. As I am taking classes further, your all questions will be answered. Almost. The listening is most important thing. With commitment, Shraddha, Bhakti. So, these are my introductory words. 2 slokas I have given. What are all the 4 purusharthas? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha purusharthas. Now, every one of you can claim that you are the crown of the creation. Yes, I am the supermost beings, species in this 84 lakhs of species. Then, when you make use of this gadget, Moksha Purushartha, final. All that Purusharthas you have to fulfill. Require, Artha is required, Kama, fulfilling needs, requirements, basic needs are required. Of course, dharmically, legitimately, you have to earn, you have to enjoy. Then that dharma is there. Moksha, in between, sandwiched Artha Kama, will save you. Without dharma, without moksha kanksha, Artha Kama alone cannot save you. You have to be saved in between dharma and moksha. This design given by our Shastra. This is the topic today. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, a life manual. Every one of us keep our right hand on our chest and say to yourself, yes, Srimad Bhagavad Gita is my life manual. It is not too late, but I am going to start with the full dedication, devotion. So my best wishes and prayers, Ishvara Kripa will shower on all of you, and we will see in the next class with another topic that is in the next class I will tell you. So every foundation class we have different topics. Today's topic is Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, a life manual. It is true, say to yourself, yes, it is my life manual. Then it will work. It will help you. You will be benefited by that, no doubt in that. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.